魔法少女、子供の頃、一度は憧れる現実の職業。役に。
In this world, everyone wants to be a magical girl. Not just because they're pretty and badass, but also because it's actually a well-paying job. There are even 500 companies that hire magical girls. Imagine that. But why would a job like this even exist? Because there's these monsters called Kai that have been popping up more and more over the years. And they're a deadly threat. That's why people need magical girls to exterminate them. And that's actually how the story starts. Our girl Hitomi Koshigaya is out there trying to exterminate a huge Kai in the middle of the city. Since her broom got eaten by the monster, she had to ask 2 random guys to help her out. Which she's technically not supposed to do, but she had no choice. And not gonna lie, that scene was pretty cool. In the end, she manages to defeat the Kai with her magic and sucks it up into this, I don't know, magical flash drive thingy? Anyways, mission accomplished! The next day, Koshigaya got a bit of a scolding from Kaide Midorikawa, the guy in charge of marketing and advertising at their company. He told her not to get civilians involved ever again. Koshigaya complained a bit at first, but they kinda sorted it out. The big news though is that their boss decided to hire a new girl. Since Koshigaya is currently their one and only magical girl, they didn't want her getting overworked. She's actually pretty excited about it and hopes the new recruit will have guts, especially someone willing to join a startup company like theirs. Speaking of hiring, meet Kanna Sakuragi. She's a new grad having a hard time finding a job. Well, aren't we all these days? During one interview in a freezing room, a Kai suddenly busted through the ceiling and started attacking everyone. So they decided to call a quick, cheap, magical girl who wouldn't make a scene. And that's where Magilumiere Company comes in. As soon as they made the call, Koshigaya grabbed her broom, went outside, and of course, here's my favorite part, Sailor Moon transformation! When Koshigaya arrived at the building, there was a huge problem. And I mean that literally. The Kai was huge! There was no way she could take down this giant popsicle alone. A Kai this big needs 2 magical girls to handle. According to Kaide, Koshigaya would have to wait 30 minutes for backup from another company. But 30 minutes was way too long. If she didn't act fast, the whole building would turn into an iceberg. So she had no choice but to start asking the people around her for help. At first, everyone was freaked out. Except Kanna. Guess it takes a girl to have the guts to step up. Unlike these guys. So what's Kanna gotta do? Well, all she needs to do is to watch the ammo count on the tablet and hit reload when it gets down to around 50. Easy peasy. And don't worry, Koshigaya promised to keep her safe. But just as Koshigaya started fighting the Kai, they hit another problem. Koshigaya loaded the wrong magic ammo. Yet, Kanna had an idea. What if she just switched the ammo and reloaded? Problem was, the software looked way too confusing. Luckily, Kanna knew what to do because she'd seen a demo at a company she applied to once. And somehow, she remembered everything. That's why you read the manual, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Kanna has big brain energy, and her memory is her strength. Koshigaya trusted her, so Kanna changed the magic shots. Now they just needed to hold it down for 10 seconds to fully reload. When it was ready, Koshigaya blasted the Kai and took it down. When Koshigaya got back to the office, Kaide was ready to scold her for involving a civilian. Again. But Koshigaya was like, "What civilian? Kanna's hired!" Oh, perfect timing! Because Nikoyama and the boss had just returned, Kanna got to meet the whole gang. Yet, Kanna freaked out when the boss appeared, because he's a huge guy dressed up in a magical girl costume. By the way, guys, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video!